Hi, I'm Ryan Abramson. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Scout. On our platform, economic developers showcase their community through the voice of local business. And companies use our platform to make more profitable location decisions. The purpose of this video is to talk about how Scout helps economic developers build a voice of local business program that drives retention, expansion, and recruitment. And our economic development partners are doing this without growing their team or needing to do tons of extra work. So today, I'm going to show you how to build a voice of local business program that can help you reach more businesses each year, uncover expansion opportunities, and feed your recruitment team with business development pipeline that closes faster. And you can do this without taking up all your time or spending a small fortune. So at Scout, we call this a voice of local business program. Quick note about this video. I know it's long, but it's less than 10 minutes of your time. It covers what we do, how we do it, why it matters to you, and what the costs are. If you're not aligned to our vision after 10 minutes of watching this video, there's no need to get on a 30-minute call for us. So hopefully we'll have saved you 20 minutes. If this video does speak to you, then you know it's worth spending some more time with us. Here's who we typically work with. It's people and organizations responsible for making retention and recruitment decisions for their EDO. That means you're likely a busy economic developer with a lot on your plate. If you're a BRE manager, you need to believe that the businesses in your area are generally happy, but you'd like to speak to more of them. You need to believe that the voice of local business in your community matters, and you want to leverage that feedback to drive change. If you're in recruitment, you need to believe that businesses in your community can sell the area as well, if not better than you can. And if you're the CEO of an EDO, you need to be eager to modernize your approach to economic development so that success for your community lasts for years to come. Finally, we help marketers or communications folks who support the economic development team. If that's you, you should be looking for new and creative ways to market your differentiators. What we do for these folks, we build them voice of local business programs that drive retention, expansion, and recruitment. Now, you already know this, but a successful economic development function has three core parts: retaining business, which maintains the tax base and job count; expanding business, which grows the tax base and job count from companies already in the jurisdiction; and three, recruitment of new business, which grows the tax base, brings new investment, and increases job count. With the best economic development organizations, you can barely tell these motions are happening separately. When they all function beautifully together, we call this economic development harmony. These three pillars support each other and drive results as a unit. If you think your organization has nowhere to improve, then we probably can stop the video right now. But if you think there are ways that you can get better and become more successful in your economic development strategies, keep watching. Now, if you're not at economic development harmony, you probably fall into the other three types of economic development organizations. If you're struggling, you're probably reactive. You're only speaking with local businesses when something is going wrong, and you're not getting a lot of quality opportunities on the recruitment side. If you're surviving, you sporadically meet with business each year, and you have a few unpredictable or low quality leads on the recruitment side. If you're thriving, well, you probably have a consistent flow of BRE meetings and new business opportunities, sometimes too many to keep up with. But the best orgs are driving. Those who are driving have a harmonious relationship between retention, expansion, and recruitment. These organizations are able to programmatically keep a pulse on all business in their city, not just the top 5%. By understanding the needs of every business in town, they're proactive in their retention strategy, and that leads to predictable expansion opportunities. Then they're able to leverage the voice of existing business to systematically drive demand from the exact industries and companies they want to recruit to their city. This is the economic development harmony you want to find. You want to be in a position of driving. And if you're not, a voice of local business strategy can get you there. We'll get into exactly what a voice of local business program is, but let's break down why economic development is broken in two places. First, BRE is broken, and it's because most cities have between 1,000 and 20,000 businesses. But the very best BRE managers, they're only visiting 100 companies per year. And that would be amazing, 100 companies per year. The bad news is, for a city with 10,000 businesses, that's just 1% of companies in the area. The good news, it will only take you 100 years to meet them all. If you know only 1% and at most 10% of the businesses in your jurisdiction, how can you expect to have high retention and uncover predictable expansion opportunities? The next place economic development is broken, well, it's recruitment. It's recruitment and it's broken because everybody's leading with data. Data is great, but data doesn't tell a story, customers do. Let me give you an example of what I mean by this. There's a very famous rivalry between two CRM software players, Salesforce and Oracle. They're both very big companies and most folks now know them. But Oracle uses data to tell a story. They say, we are the number one CRM, and they put up billboards throughout San Francisco. They're in all the office buildings. They advertise in elevators, and they're saying, we are number one CRM. But as we know, data doesn't tell a story, customers do. Now here's Salesforce in contrast, leaning into their customers as a way to tell their story. What you see here is Salesforce boasting a number one rating, but not one they made up, one that is based on verified reviews from real customers. They are promoting their ranking from G2, a third-party user platform where software users authenticate through LinkedIn and write reviews about their experience. So instead of saying we're number one, Salesforce is saying businesses say we're number one. And they take this even further. When businesses leave reviews, they find the ones worth highlighting. And if you look at the streets of San Francisco, their billboards are not saying we're the best. They're saying, here are our customers. Our customers say that we're the best. And by turning their customers into superheroes, it's made them the actual number one CRM by revenue count. And so what they're doing here is they're taking the story from their customers to validate the data from their customers to prove they are number one. Now, how can you apply this to economic development? Well, you have a tough job. You are responsible for sales and marketing of the city. But the problem is nobody likes to be sold to, especially by someone who has a vested interest in the outcome of a sale. And so in your case, you work for the city or you work on behalf of the city. Of course, you feel like you're the number one city for business or the number one city for advanced manufacturing. But unfortunately, that's not the best way to build trust. The best way to build trust is through customer stories. And your customers are local businesses. So what you need is a voice of local business program. Here's why it works. 84% of people trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. This is according to a survey by Bright Local. Think about the last time you were going to book a hotel. Did you call the hotel owners and ask which ones have the best rooms and rates? No, you went to TripAdvisor. If you were looking for a new job, would you ask the company about their culture or would you ask their employees and look at Glassdoor? How about the best hot dogs in Chicago? Are you calling restaurant owners or are you going to Yelp? Back to my Salesforce and Oracle example, Salesforce isn't saying they're the best CRM. They are saying, according to LinkedIn validated reviews on G2, customers say we're the best CRM. And we're seeing this now with economic development and site selection decisions via Scout. Expanding and relocating companies are relying on validated reviews from other business owners to find the best cities for business in America. You have an opportunity to capitalize on the fact that 84% of people trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. You can do this by owning your profile on Scout's economic development platform. Scout is the destination for location-based decisions, where companies find local data, incentive information, and verified reviews from other business leaders. These companies are coming to Scout to see 40,000 city profiles, to see 1.2 million local data points, and of course, they're here for our review data. They trust our review data because each one collects up to 30 economic development data points from 10 different categories. And every reviewer has to validate with a LinkedIn profile, a business email, and a member of our team reads each one to check for authenticity. Okay, you've seen the value of reviews, you've learned a little bit about Scout, but still, why should you care? Well, these reviews are being read on the Scout platform by exponentially increasing number of high intent businesses every day. Put plainly, our traffic is booming, and it's relevant traffic from primary employers that can bring capital and jobs to your city. These aren't nameless visitors. These are major players who are using our platform for their location decisions, and they're coming from all over the world. Once these businesses are ready to go from exploring cities to selecting cities, they can use our Scout Select product, an RFP platform that helps public organizations and private companies manage their site selection projects. Okay, stick with us a minute or two longer. We're almost there. Once a year, Scout aggregates all the reviews on our platform and all the data points within those reviews to create a best cities for business report. Think about area development's best states for business, where they interview consultants about the best states for business, except our report is only based on data from companies who have actually conducted business in each area. That's right. Your story is now told through the voice of local business, not through anyone else. I told you over the last several minutes how important the voice of local business is, and who would I be if I didn't have Scout customers tell our story? Companies are using Scout to make more profitable location decisions, and cities and EDOs use Scout to recruit and retain through the voice of local business. If you're interested in learning more how we make it all happen, here's the big picture. We help you collect reviews and feedback in a systematic way. Those reviews then feed your marketing plans and your economic development strategy. We help you turn those reviews into testimonials for your website, infographics that tell a better story, and third-party validation for your marketing channels. If you aren't doing these things today because you're not sure how or you have a lack of staff, consider us an extension of your team. If you are operating these channels today, consider Scout as a more effective way to tell your story. In parallel, these reviews can drive every part of your economic development strategy. You'll be able to reach more business in your retention strategy and be confident they're in your city for the long run. You'll identify more expansion opportunities because you are now closer to every business in your area. And in your recruitment practice, you have a unique differentiator that improves your prospecting and close rate. Lastly, these reviews will give you the feedback you need to establish the right workforce and community policies to further your city's growth. Now, if you have a slim budget, no budget, or budget season is far away, no problem. We have a free version of our platform. Just go to scoutcities.com, enter your city into the search bar, and find your profile. Once you're there, click the Claim This Listing button. This is a completely free way to manage a Scout profile for your city, chamber, or EDO. If you are interested in launching a Voice of Local Business program with us, which again is designed to help you retain, expand, and recruit, our packages start at $5,000 and are based on the size of your city. Either way, we'd love to hear from you. If you're interested in connecting with us or learning more, you can reach out via email, and you should follow us on LinkedIn, where we're very active. So thanks so much. We really appreciate you spending the time with us in this video, and we look forward to helping you amplify the voice of local business in your city.